Hi everyone, Jerrel here for a quick video. I've been taking some measurements. I've had this idea in mind for maybe about a year now, and I've been sort of working out how it's going to be possible. And I've just sourced some parts, so I've ordered the parts. I've ordered the resonator cone, the cover plate, all that stuff. I've ordered that because I believe that I will be able to mount that resonator cone inside of this banjo. I've taken the measurements and it looks like it's going to be pretty close. But the interesting thing is that it looks like the plate lines up really well, and I will be able to use these hooks to be able to hold that plate in place. So the question, can you just take a Resophonic resonator and put it in a standard banjo? We're going to find out if it's going to work. The primary challenge here is that the placement of the bridge, I suppose the saddle there, but that's part of, that's all in there. That is about 50 millimeters north of where the intonation needs to be for the bridge on the banjo. So there are a couple different approaches. You can either extend the neck, you can put something underneath the neck and extend that 50 millimeters, or I had considered building some sort of a wedge or a sort of a seesaw mechanism. So it's going to apply a downward pressure on this component here, and as the strings push down it, that will allow me to set the bridge here. It'll be a seesaw component, and it'll put the pressure down onto that. But I am not exactly sure how much of your vibrations you will lose to the transference of having to apply the pressure, and some of it will be transferred into this surface here. So I would rather try that and see if it sounds acceptable rather than performing more significant modifications to get the neck to be 50 millimeters longer. So I'll try that seesaw method, and if that does not work acceptably, then I will do a modification for the neck to be 50 millimeters longer. So I'll share the process with you guys because I personally think this is so fun, such a great idea. Gold Tone does make a resonator banjo, or a Resophonic banjo. It's called the Dojo. I've not too long ago bought a number of Gold Tone instruments, and so I'm sort of tapped out on buying new instruments in that price range right now. But I'm currently working on a soundtrack that is going to use a lot of banjos for my work. And so I would really like to feature a Resophonic banjo. And they're already extremely rare in Australia. They're really hard to find. I can only find one for sale in Australia, and I'm kind of tapped out right now. But not too long ago, I bought a cello banjo and the guitar mandolin from Gold Tone. Fantastic, brilliant instruments. They're really they're really special. So I'm going to work out the mechanics. The difficulty is finding a material that is light enough, but it is rigid and it will transfer the vibrations well enough. Bone is very good for that, but it's not designed to have pressure applied to it perpendicularly. Bone is not designed for perpendicular force. It is designed for parallel force. So applying perpendicular force to bone is not good, and unless you have enough of it, it's going to snap. So there are some mechanics that will need to be considered here. As you can see, again, the placement. I've measured it. You need to get to the center, and that's about 50 millimeters. So I hope this seems like an interesting idea to you. The purpose of doing this, I could just keep it quiet and keep it to myself and say, ooh, I found this cool secret. Doctors hate me. One trick to turn your banjo into a Resophonic instrument. If I can make this happen, this is an easy modification that people all around the world will be able to do, because these parts, they're around $50 US getting the parts. It includes the top plate, the Resophonic cone, the spider. I'm pretty sure I don't know if it included the tailpiece now that I think about it, but I just ordered that on eBay. I'm sure you could grab that on Amazon as well. So it's very easy to get, easy to find in terms of availability. And it is, if I can get it to work, obviously there will need to be some special considerations, but if I can get it to work, then I will share the process so that all of you guys out there will also, if you want to set up a banjo for yourself to be Resophonic, you will be able to do that. I feel like this is going to be pretty easy, and I do a fair bit of cowboy luthier, and instrument modification work. So hopefully this goes well. I will share the process with you. And if this does work, then this opens up a whole new world for, I would say even if you already have good banjos and whatnot, if this modification works, then pick yourself up one of those low-priced entry-level banjos that you can get that are always available. They're pretty easy to find. They're cheaper, so you don't have to worry about sort of sacrificing a higher quality instrument. But even entry-level banjos work quite well with setup. You do need to put some setup when it comes to the entry-level one. Get yourself an entry-level banjo. Grab one of these parts. Again, it's like $50 US for the Resophonic cone, and I'll show you how to do the modification yourself. Okay, take care, everyone. I'll check in. I have a number of videos that I'm still editing, but I'm sharing some of my new instrument builds. So take care. I hope you are interested in that. I'll see you later.